All right, guys, so we're back again, and now it's time to do the installation of the receiver and of the GPS unit. Now, hey, Sam, I started this without even thinking about it, but could you find me a double-sided tape real quick, please? I know it's somewhere around here. So what we're going to do, guys, is this. For the receiver, we're going to put the plate on, and we're going to put the receiver right about here, all right? And we're going to double-side tape it, and then we're going to put the GPS right here, all right? Now, one of the things that I want you to understand is that this is the little, this hole right here is where the VTX antenna is going to go. Yes, ma'am? Thank you. All right, so Sam got me the double-sided tape that I needed, so we're going to go ahead and cut some real quickly. And then we're going to zip tie those two together, all right? So let's do this. Let's first put the double-sided tape, all right? And we'll put it just like, that's a little big. Oh, it's okay. Put it just like that. All right, and then I'll take this side off right here. And we're going to take our receiver, and we're going to make sure the bind button is aiming down, because we're going to need to bind this to our radio, right? So make sure we can at least access the bind button. So we're going to stick it just like that. Okay, perfect. Now on this XM, there's only one antenna, so that's not a big deal. We can put that anywhere. We can put this antenna as well everywhere. We just want to make sure that nothing gets struck by the props. All right, at the same time, the GPS actually comes with some 3M double-sided tape. And so what I'm going to do here, actually, you know what? Let me grab the wire first for the GPS. We'll put that right through here. All right. And we're going to aim the GPS. We're going to plug this in just like that. And then it's going to turn over because this is the antenna part. So we're going to face that towards the sky. So we're going to put this right here, just like this. Okay. Now, obviously, we could make 3D printed mounts and so forth for this, but both the GPS and the buzzer were not planned additions to this build. So we're just going to leave, we're going to leave it open right now, okay? Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a zip tie around both of these pieces. What's that? Oh, just put them right there. There's a big clear bag of them missing.
Yeah, I know. There's somewhere. They're just...
All right, so let me put this through here. Actually, we're going to go through the front piece right here because we don't want to hit our bind button and keep this thing binding at all times. So let's just put that. And probably by the end of this week, I'll make a 3D print that would look nice for this, but the wiring would still be the same. So that's basically my goal right now, is to make sure we get the wiring down. Look at that. It's still going to work perfect. It's going to look good, and it'll definitely function properly for our demonstration. Okay, so we've got our wires there. Now, the wires are kind of coming out a little bit, like there's a lot of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and put another zip tie just to keep our wires, or I guess I could just twist this maybe. There you go. I don't know, we'll see. I just don't want them coming out too much, but anyways, there you go. So now that we've got our GPS and our receiver on, we're going to put the 4 screws in, and we need to just put this up here, and we need to put our receiver wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the receiver wire through here, okay? And I'll show you exactly how we're going to do it. I'm going to put it through one side. Now, if we had 2 receiver wires, we'd put one on each side. We only have one. And I'm going to put this VTX antenna wire right here, okay? And I don't think that's going to be too much of a, let me see if I don't like it that way. I can always put it here. Nah, it's good. I think it'll be just fine just like that. All right, so we'll feed that there. That'll keep it out of the propeller way. Everything looks like it's out of the propeller. All right, we just tuck those wires in there. And if I find that the wires are still sticking out, I'll do something else about it. All right, so you remember how I said, let's get the, we had the screws for the, whatchamacallit, for the frame, for the top piece. And I said, take those and put those away so they don't get caught up in any of the magnets or anything else. Now, the problem is I don't remember where I put mine, so I'm gonna have to find them real quickly, so bear with me. Did I put them in here? I put mine somewhere, but what you're looking for is those four smaller screws. Oh, here they are, right here. I put them in the Ziploc bag. So get those now, because now it's time to use these. So we're gonna take these, we're gonna take our screwdriver, okay, just like that. We're gonna go ahead and screw this down. And now that the top is on, okay, I want you to go ahead and tighten the rest of the frame down now. Now really, I mean tighten it. You don't kill it, but tighten these down, okay? Because we need this thing to stay together really good. And we want to make sure. Oh, Sam, do you give the lipo pad with this? I'll need a lipo pad to strap. Please and thank you. Okay, once it's tightened down, okay, come back and tighten the top again. Make sure that everything is good. Look at that. How gorgeous that looks. You got a buzzer on here that wasn't planned for. You got a GPS unit on the top. Like I said, the GPS was a last minute decision. We'll make a 3D print for it, so should you ever want one. Where's the, oh, thanks. It's perfect. Appreciate you.
Oh, here's your screwdriver.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
take
you.
that one back.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, and so now only thing left to do is to put our, let me see how it is. We're going to put our, we need to put a zip tie for our antenna. So let's do that. All right, just like that. And then we're going to get our heat shrink. Let me find the one that I want to use here. Oh, I'll use this one. Why not? Send this one down over it. It's a little big, but it'll be all right. Make it easier to find, I guess. Okay, and when that slides over like that, take your heat gun, and you just want to heat that up. Basically, we're going to try to keep the antenna in line with the zip tie so it doesn't flop over and get cut by any propellers or anything else. And then what we'll do is while it's heating up, just add a little bend to it. Get a little bit of heat here. And then we'll pull the heat gun off. And there you go. See how it'll stick kind of neat. It'll stay kind of bent like that. Stay out of the way, look good, and then it's going to cool down in just a little bit. Okay, and you can press it if you want. It'll be a little hot, but you can press it, and there you go. All right, and that's good to go. So we now have a full setup. I'm just looking at our VTX. There you go. That is your full setup with everything connected prior to programming. All right. So what we can do now is we will just take our lipo pad, which is this right here. And this is basically what you put on your drone so that it doesn't, so the battery doesn't go slide all over the place. This is kind of a big lipo pad. So I'm going to cut it down. Let's see, I'm going to take, yeah, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to cut it down. Let me get some scissors. I'm going to cut about 5 or maybe 10 millimeters, somewhere between 5 to 10 millimeters off on the side so it can fit in between the screws. And then we are going to cut about that much off right there. That's perfect. Okay, throw that out. And then we have our battery strap. And remember, when you put this battery strap in, it goes upside down, or basically label up, or label facing you, okay? When you're putting it through, just like this, feed it through, take your time. Once you get it, pull through the other side. Oh, I think I just lost my VTX antenna. I gotta put that back on. And then you can just loop it over. And when you're ready to fly, your battery will go under there. Now I need to put my VTX antenna back on because it just popped off here. So I will get to that. I'll do that in just a second. All right, so we're going to stop right here, and now we're going to get ready for the programming side, guys. Good job if you got it this far. I'll be ready to program.